is HyojinShim, and I'm majoring at forestry and climate data analysis. In this video, I'm going to reflect on what I learned this semester about climate change and sustainability through these 5 questions. These questions helped me not only understand the course content, but also understand how I learn, why certain topics were challenging, and how I can improve my learning in the future. Most importantly, they helped me think about my role as an individual or student and the future forestry professionals facing the global climate crisis. So I will go through 4 dimensions: personal, professional, consumer, and citizenship, and explain how this course influenced each of them and how all of them came together to shape my identity as a learner and as a future environmental professional. The first dimension is personal, and this was where I experienced the most immediate changes. Before this course, climate change felt like something too large, too far away, or too abstract, something that governments or big organizations needed to solve. But through the semester, I realized that climate change is directly connected to my daily life, my habits, and my choices. For example, I became more aware of how much plastic I used, how long I spend in the shower, how often I bought unnecessary things, and then how frequently I walk instead of using transportation. This might sound like small actions, but they help me understand that individual intention can be the foundation for a larger collective change. Personally, I also noticed how my mindset changed. Climate change no longer feels like a distant problem. I now see it as part of my responsibility as a member of society and as someone who wants to work in environmental fields. The second dimension is professional, and for me, this is deeply connected to forestry. As a forestry student, climate change is not just a topic, it is a core part of my future career. This semester strengthened my understanding of forests as essential climate regulators. Forests are not just a collection of trees, they are complex systems that support biodiversity, regulate temperature, stabilize soil, and absorb carbon. One important realization for me was that sustainable forest management is not just about protecting forests about managing the relationship between ecosystems, climate, and local communities. This course reminded me that my future profession involves ethical responsibility. It means thinking critically about how forests are used, who benefits, who's harmed, and how we can balance ecological health with human needs. In my future work, I want to contribute to projects involving ecological restoration, community-based conservation, and climate mitigation through sustainable forests. This course gave me clarity about the kind of environmental professional I want to become. Someone who protects forests not just as resources, but as living systems essential for planetary health. The third dimension is consumer. This was one of the most eye-opening parts of my reflection. Before this course, I didn't think deeply about my consumption habits. I simply bought what I needed without reflecting on my environmental impact. But throughout the semester, I began questioning, where does this product come from? How was it made? And who is affected in the process? And it is sustainable, or is it greenwashing? But throughout the semester, I began questioning, and the most difficult part was recognizing how many of my choices were automatic and influenced by convenience or marketing. But once I learned how consumption connects to deforestation, resource extraction, and carbon emissions, I started changing my behavior intentionally. I now try to buy less, choose recycled or sustainable materials, avoid unnecessary purchases, and support brands that demonstrate transparency. These changes help me understand that consumer behavior is a powerful tool for climate action. Finally, the last dimension is citizenship. This dimension helped me see sustainable as something beyond personal habits and beyond professional knowledge. It is about understanding my role within a community and within society. Our team was working on the water problem in Netherlands, and it makes me begin to think more serious about environmental justice, equal access to green spaces, and how sustainability policies impact people differently. This course made me understand that climate solutions must include communities, especially vulnerable ones, and that real change happens when people work together. As a student, this course motivated me to be more engaged, whether that's supporting sustainable policies, participating in community projects, or simply spreading awareness. I now see myself as someone who has a responsibility not just to learn about climate change, but to participate actively in solutions. As a student, when I combine this fourth dimension, personal, professional, consumer, and studentship, I see a much clearer picture of who I'm becoming. I understand that sustainability is not something that exists in one area of my life. Instead, it is connected to how I live, what I study, the career I pursue, and how I engage with society. This semester helped me integrate all of these perspectives and understand the bigger purpose behind my education. To conclude, this course changed the way I see myself as a learner and as a future professional. To conclude, it helped me reflect on my habits, question my assumptions, strengthen my academic skills, and understand my responsibility within the community. Most importantly, it helped me realize that knowledge alone is not enough. What truly matters is how we apply the knowledge to create solutions. Most importantly, as someone studying forestry, I want to use what I learned to protect forests, support sustainable communities, and contribute to global climate action in meaningful ways. And finally, this is my persuasive message, and thank you for watching this video.